Penang is very big impact. Penang, you know, when the GST is implemented in April, all those who stay in flats, your management fee will be charged 6%. And for Penang, we should have so many stratified units. We are looking at 235,932 units. 235,900.
It's actually 235. There's an error.
So it's an error. 235,932. Can you please make a correction? It's not 265, it's 235. MBVP got 174,564 on the island. 174,564. MPSP on the mainland, 61,368 units. Total 235,932 units. Imagine you are looking at 1 million people, more than 1 million people affected. Because let's say you assume one household, easily you are looking at more than 4 per household, nearly 5 per household. You are looking at more than 1 million people being affected. And that works up to how much? 70%. 70%, 365, 480, 65% of the population. 65%, 60% of the population will be affected. You are looking at 60% of the population in Penang will be affected. So we are asking for GST for management fees should be exempted. And I think Jadi will be talking about the letter later is given by the House Buyers Association to explain that. But the ESCO has also met on Wednesday, and we have decided to appeal to the federal government, exempt all flat units in Malaysia from paying 6% GST. Not just Penang, throughout Malaysia. Already, many people are buying flats because they cannot afford to buy landed property. So why should they be punished for buying flats? Those who are buying landed property are not affected, and that's not fair. So I think landed property and those on flats should be treated equally. So for the management fees, because landed property got no management fee, but those on flats have management fees, they should not be charged 6%. Yeah, that also you want to add Jerry from Radar wants to say something?
So I think the issue now is all these management fees are collected for the residents' upkeep, maintenance fees. There's no profit generated, number one. There's no dividend paid. So money is collected to pay for all the services. And the problem now is, if there is no 100% collection, assuming that there's practically no development that there's 100% collection of the service charges, but GST will have to be paid in full at the end of every month. That means if you have 100 units, you pay GST on 100 units, you may collect 50 or 70 units, but you pay GST on 100 units. So the people who are paying will not pay only 6%, they will have to pay more than 6% to cover the GST for those who don't pay. So it becomes a very unfair situation, The management funds will be depleted. Whatever reserves the management corporations have will be depleted because of this tax. You collect, you don't collect, you pay. So it's a very serious thing, because why should you pay tax for paying the people who clean your place, paying for electricity, paying for cleaning, collection of rubbish, repairs of things? Why should you be paying tax on those things? Because it's your own premise. If I were to hire a painter to paint my own house, if I stay in a landed house, why should I pay 6%? I buy paints, I don't have to pay the government to pay by own house. But this is exactly what's happening. So GST for service charges, whether it's low cost, low medium cost, apartments, condos, gated and guarded landed property, all sorts of property should not be imposed GST. There is no full collection, no dividend. It is not a business. GST should not be charged. Thank you.
David? I think members of the press have got a copy of the petition dated 28 November by several NGOs, namely the National House Buyers Association, the Persatuan Penilai Pengurus Harta, Ejen Harta and Perunding Harta Swasta Malaysia, Royal Institute of Surveyors Malaysia, and the Malaysia Institute of Professional Property Managers. A petition was forwarded by them to the Prime Minister, requesting for all stratified developments to be classified as GST zero rated tax supply instead of the GST standard rated tax supply. In essence, basically this petition is saying that GST should not apply to management fees, and they have also, at the second page, paragraphs 6 and 7, you will see they have said that GST in fact is applicable even to low cost and low medium cost stratified development areas, although it is classified under the GST tax exempt supply, whereby they are not entitled to claim for refund of the GST input tax. And I think they have correctly put, as a result, the lower income group will inadvertently be made to bear and suffer the effect of an increased cost of maintenance and management of the common property due to the implementation of GST. Instead of helping the lower income group, the government has unwittingly made them into the real suffering victims of the implementation of GST. So apart from what YABCM said just now, that we want GST not to be applicable to all stratified properties, and the number he has stated, of course, is about 235,932 units in Penang alone, and in the whole country, 6 million parcel owners and occupiers in the 15,000 stratified developments. We also wish to highlight that it is applicable to the low cost, low medium cost apartments, and we feel that this is very unfair. And I would reiterate the CM's call that the government abolish GST in relation to management fees. That's all I would say.